go on attack, that's pretty much what you want to see from them. Because this guy will primarily play in like this box and just flash and get info on A. So RRQ needs to play slow, really. RRQ on attack, PRX on defense.
Maybe.
Yeah, we haven't seen this guy for a while.
A resurgence of Sky as well. It's the only pick in Pacific currently. I should mention that
PRX. Last time they go for a 5-person pistol, it's a 5-person punch over towards mid.
On the attack, then being able to smoke
and I mean,
straight into the A site.
If they manage to keep 2 here in the afterplant, it's gonna be hard for PRX.
Gather in the information department. This time, however, 5 versus 5 pistol for a retake.
And every single PRX member has opted to go out from the ropes. And with perfect crosshair placement as well, Jing eliminates Monyet straight out from the roster.
Big dash across to get info.
Dashes straight into the smokes. Jemkin then to deal with him.
A great flash from Jenkin.
To be able to stave off the PRX aggression as well.
He did great, man.
However, and PRX once again with numbers, looking for an opportunity in this retake. Cushy though, able to hold down the ground, and Crazy Guy.
Yeah, this is nice. Good off the pump positions. Jemkin did everything.
This pistol round so far.
The retake from PRX was pretty nice though. Like their Yuto is good.
Shake off any worries from the previous map as well that you know. Ewok has probably already mentioned to them in the break. Best of 5, you've got depth. Losing a map here or there, you can have some recovery as well for a map like Split, where we've not seen stability actually from RRQ on this one either, right? Both times we've seen them play it throughout the course of this stage. They've changed up their agents, albeit small, right? An Astro and an Omen switch up this time, a little bit more drastic. But picking up the pistol round on PRX's option to just stay together as a team in mid first.
Oh my god.
You want to see a battle against
the entry boombot's done so much damage.
Unfortunately, he's going to find Zilch. PRX then to try to hover around the sites, but everything's been smoked off, of course.
Yeah, and just running on this double duelist comp as well for RRQ. You really want to see them get down and dirty in the battles, right? You really want to see them go for the good old fights, which is what PRX could potentially do at the moment.
Yeah, the double duelist, well, not in this round currently.
It's more so that you've got the pistols on PRX's side. You can just throw caution to the wind a little bit and see what you can find.
Scrappy. But that said, RRQ recognizing the situation as well. They've got these guns.
I think this version of PRX is better than Champs 2023. Yeah, I mean, they have way more chance of being consistent. That's like the thing at the moment. They play a lot smarter now.
Their time currently, which might mean down to the last few seconds of the round.
Yeah, exit kills the name of the game at the moment for PRX.
They probably the highs of that team are pretty high, but I think you have to feel more confident about them like being more consistent, because their way of playing just makes way more sense.
For the showstopper, but in the grand scheme of things, this was the expectation of the round with RRQ finding the
Did ISO be good on Split? I think ISO is good on every map, man. I think ISO is really strong.
Some slight ideas as well. RRQ having opted to go for the garage space, garage fights instead. PRX, they've been doing a decent job of picking up the ult over around A main.
Yeah, I mean, it's always going to be back to the learning curve as well for PRX on a map like Split, right?
With a comp like this as well.
Only seeing them play it once against Global Esports in this stage. You throw it on further back as well to kick off, once against T1, where they get a close loss, 13-11. A more similar style of play, you would say, just having the Sky and a double duelist there. Fresh round, though.
That's a heavy shutdown of the A strat.
And a change of look now.
I also think we've seen 2 fast rounds from RRQ. They don't have to do that. Oh, we've seen 3 fast rounds, but it's still pistol bonus and stuff. I'm not too bothered yet, but I do think as it gets into like these buy rounds, I would like to see them. I would like to see them slow play this a lot. Over towards A, you had a flash over towards the top where the wall wasn't down, so they can keep this 3-person strong and obviously hold the spike.
10 players, very, very sharp in this game we call Valorant. But right now the spike is in firm control of PRX. It's the controllers of RRQ to see what damage they can get back in return here.
I guess 2v5 going in for the dry peaked
really nice. Forsaken is really on one.
Let them find any breathing room whatsoever.
Yep, flawless round to come through from PRX in that one. This is The big old battle, though, that we do wait for, right? RRQ to get the guns back in possession, getting closer to a couple of these ultimate orbs. It does feel like at the moment, you know,
I interact with chat sometimes. Depends what you guys are talking about.
In the previous map. So it feels like little by little RRQ need to just get one foot in front of the other, right? Find an opening duel, recollect together, go in with a good game plan. Currently, it's a more stacking side of PRX towards B and mid, you could say as well.
Yeah, I like this from RRQ though.
Lone soldier at
The heavy A Heaven got punished, and so they go for it again. Like when it's basically the same fault of like you do a strat and it got antied, or you got wrecked so heavy that you just do it again because they won't have a heavy stack here. This is like the classic Sentinels. Go over towards Heaven, use the boombot to clear Heaven, create pressure so they kind of two-person hold Heaven, and then you just hit over towards an empty site.
As well, does flush the plant in towards the corner of the site, where then PRX has a really good idea of where RRQ are positioned, except for Xfero, who might be able to find a couple more kills, but chooses to stay undetected instead.
Oh my god.
Numbers all down around him. It's just crazy guy left.
That's nuts, man.
Can't do this one,
okay, well,
mate, so
they made that look so easy. It wasn't even a bad round from RRQ. I still think they don't need to go this fast, personally. I think you can pretty much just wait out Patman's flashes, but like they got over towards site. It was a 5v5 retake, but
from the heavens as well, just choosing to send it on the raise, right? Not being scared.
yeah, Manya maybe oversteps.
Even being seized, but it doesn't matter because
Omen flash was good for the double satchel. Molly was good.
You know, when we consider the Joman or the Foeman from Jing and Forsaken, they are certainly adapting. I think that's a really good word to use here for PRX throughout this stage. Adaptation.
Okay, low buy Stingers. Dude, RRQ have not won many buy rounds in this. They've won, I guess the 2 rounds they won were buy rounds, so they've run 2 buy rounds. That's it.
Of PRX, they should be able to dodge the ultimate. Unfortunately, though, for Forsaken, you can't.
Dude, 4 passing here for PRX, so they want to do that. They want to do a heavy punish over towards middle. They can definitely fast flood in. Oh, that's the kill though.
And in a 3v5, you might not be able to find that opportunity. However, Defy just straight down from hell, he finds 4 kills! Being able to rip all those numbers away from RQ. It's
dude, that was nice though. Munya did good on this. Dude, how's Devi getting 4 here? I gotta see this POV. Like everyone was here, and I imagine it's like trades, and everyone's aiming for someone else, but
trying to dig his team out of an awkward situation, but in this one, right, a 5 versus 3 scenario for RRQ, bring a little bit of stability on.
I mean, not even, dude. Everyone's aiming at him. That's sick. The good ult from Monyet. That ult's harder to hit than people would think. There's a lot of people that would like aim a lot higher up than he did when you have just got to go for the wall.
This battle, right, in this matchup, duels going both ways. This time,
yeah, I like this though. Fake over towards A, big duel over towards B. Forsaken, Spike is here. That's the Spike.
Yeah, that one's a bit rough.
That's funny. The Pharaoh really waited though. He waited to make it look like it was only 1. That's the Spike now though.
Spike is down. Imagine a world in which he just decided to rip the pit, but he's going to fall back, play to the numbers with the team.
Dude, PRX didn't really budge for this Euro ult fake.
Jemkin is able to craft anything out. That said though, straight in with Cushy, and he's been robbed. And you're not in the scenario.
Man, this team wins so many duels. This is what it used to feel like watching them when they, like back when they had confidence. Like I think they got confidence again now, but they lacked a little bit of confidence in the beginning when they were switching a lot of stuff up. Like they just win so many aim duels.
40 long seconds.
Although, if Patman gives him a duel, he wins that one. Start to cook a little bit.
Turn around, get a spray transfer onto Defy. It's possible. It's taking his time though, and PRX,
the full decay.
Yeah, holding on to their leashes. They wait for this. They're playing as a team. Crazy guy being able to.
I can't believe he is able to get a plant.
He technically only has 1 angle he needs to spray, but pit down, vision on him.
The hood's been spotted. Tries to play around the smokes. Being able to read the situation that PRX are looking to play as a team, but of course when you have something on the Jets,
he missed the shot, gets the shorty out, and he's just like, well, I know you guys can trade me. Yeah, I still have Steam open.
And win. So PRX doing it together, right? Nobody going too far forward to give an opportunity to Crazy Guy to come out with that one. 3 versus 3.
That's an old school one.
Now as well.
People don't know Frank. Prankster, 1.6 player.
On, right?
Anyone?
In the last
no.
map, when you consider at this point in time, it was 5-1 by round number 6. So a little bit more from RRQ here. No coach intervention.
Dangerous game, dude. What's this doing?
You know, they're gonna potentially have something to do in this round, anyways, right? Light investments for RRQ. Make sure you hold enough for the next round. Go all together.
No one knows Frankster, UK player. 1.6. CS:GO.
For the
No one?
well.
Okay.
He crashed in towards a corner.
Oh, Patman spotted.
Angles marked, but yes, he's got the pop flash to try to attempt at a duel.
We got a Manji at Capra. Yeah, dude, it's the same kind of timeline.
Tries to go in for the flick though. Ooh, narrowly dodging until Monyet denies that opportunity. 3v5 at this point.
Pit, good time to use it actually.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Maybe. We'll see. There is a showstopper for Jing.
Straight into the pit.
Yeah, be risky for sure. This is what I'm talking about though, right? You have a bit of a light investment as RRQ.
Bro, we are 12.
Try and get something to work. You've passed correctly into Patman on the side. Good.
You can't all be 12.
To get in there. Devi's looking for some bit of damage at the moment, but you just feel like the spike is ticked away too far already.
Yeah. Oh, second kill going through. You got RQ members up by Heaven as well.
Yeah, just trying to make sure we do some damage here. It's a nice round for them though. They managed to pick up the double gun.
Of course, ultimately goes over to RQ.
I still think RRQ are going kind of fast, but they got 4 rounds on attack, so I can't even be mad.
That have a buy in the next round is just better that they've got another round on at the tally to back this one up. Single duel against Patman, awkward encounter for something as well, just falling out of the rafters. Tries to updraft back into it, doesn't work out. Bit of a rough one for PRX, though they themselves should have a bit of an investment coming in towards this next round as well. See if they can challenge back.
Should be. But it is a fair and very tense fight right now.
Yeah, I mean, this is what I think everybody should have been expecting coming in towards this series, right? Really great duels, a lot of backwards and forwards action. Bit of a mid-prowl from PRX at the moment, though.
Dude, another site here. Another free A site. Bit of a changer from PRX. They got aggro over towards middle, so now they can actually push behind, but I'm already starting to look at the afterpump positions, and it's still looking nice for RRQ. Does feel like PRX might have to do some kind of timeout and go more aggro A, or hold the site itself. Ado hits 3.
And it just gives him a bit more timing and space to then push in alongside his teammate, Cushy. PRX, though, avoids the angles until Jing tries to fight back in. He gets denied, and it's just PRX with 2 left. Something he's noted at least 1 position, but he cannot go in for the chase. And meanwhile, the spike just continues to beep off. Crazy Guy springs back up, and it's just Patman left. Peeked out once again. A decent dink.
But that's it, isn't it? Another successful A encounter for RRQ. Blades going awkward for something. Feels like PRX's game plan to relinquish control of this A site is starting to get the better of them. So maybe we do see a bit of an adjustment for them on the back of that round there. Have a bit more numbers, but this is where we talk about conditioning your opponents as well, right? If you're going A successfully, start to change up your own approach for a mid-B split potentially for RRQ. Though feels like in this sort of time, Alex is gonna have to come out with a timeout.
He's gonna be speaking about aggro A.
PRX's timeout, as expected though, to come in.
They got a whole A.
I mean, you're gonna have to plot something truly cerebral to be able to get a read for that. I mean, an execute with Monyet flying up over to the top of Heaven, and also for Jemkin to be able to sneak all the way back into screens.
If you were a fruit, which fruit would you be? Mate, there's no way people just have this as an answer ready to go. Surely.
Join together as a team, having a more layered approach with the beginning.
Is this what you guys think about?
But for not a single member of the PRX squad to be able to anticipate this play, I guess that's why Alex feels a little bit perturbed.
You got to remember as well, Split is not generally a map that PRX opts to play.
Which is why this is a bit of a question mark pick, Moto.
Best of 5, you made it to Toronto.
You got to feel it out. And why not leave your best maps for the last?
I hate how many of you have answers for that. Okay. Chat, lock in because lose this round, eco.
Be gone.
I say that, I laugh with tears in my eyes. That's it though. RRQ, of course, a much better showing right now.
This is what I'm talking about earlier though. PRX having to change things up, get some more bodies towards the A side. It's the conditioning factor of RRQ, where they can have a bit.
He says he's late for the coal shoveling. It's fine. Honestly, we can relax a little bit on the coal. We did great.
The showstopper just doesn't.
Unless we're going for that first seed.
Then again, spin down in the corner for Forsaken to try to hold up by Raptors. RQ though, they still have their options, and it's going to be the current TP into back site. Forsaken's attention being pulled away.
Oh, they have no idea.
The angle. He spotted out Jemkin. He finds the first duel. However, a flash gets sent over.
No.
He tries to find
Could you imagine
into the smoke, but gets denied.
I actually thought he was going to get it. Sorry, something to say very early.
Sneaking his way up, skulking his way forward.
Damn, it's nice from him, bro. Nice shots on this. 2v3. Dude, they got 2 kills from people not understanding or not being aware of where they might be.
Well, nobody's home. We're seeing some duels in mid. We're seeing a whiffage of the showstopper. Let's get a quick flank happening, and he was there super early to come out with the
Mini, what fruit would you be if you were a fruit?
That's just quick reaction from the entire
Do you have an instant answer for this? I feel like Mini's the kind of person that would have an instant answer for this.
Completely south for some reason with that showstopper, but hey.
Yeah, it was a 2 versus 4 as well, so they've really managed to pull that one back by isolating a couple of great angles in the end.
Both something and Forsaken putting up those performances.
Why did so many of you say that Mini's a raisin or a grape? You all went for the same answer. Raisin because everyone hates raisins. That's messed up.
Come out on top of the duels. Devias well eliminating Jemkin, but RQ does not let up. Forsaken then trying to play around the pillars, but yes, completely exposed thanks to that haunt.
Bit of utility for a retake here. No smokes for PRX though.
Wait, he's the one that said it? That's funny. Wait, how do you guys all have an answer so fast for that? I think my brain's programmed way different.
2 kills around the pillar. He prompts the tailwind, but
it's lovely trades over towards site. Chat, we got to stop talking about this. I have no idea what went on to this round. Honestly, that one was my fault, though. I asked the question.
Have a great haunt at the end there. Makes Forsaken sweat a little. There's Devi caught in the open as well. These are the moments where you just need to see these players have some really good self-adjustments in the round as well. How are you going to be able to win a couple of these duels? How are you going to be able to favor things for your team? Sometimes it is out of your hand, though, and you just need to hit your shots with your crosshair.
Yeah, a lot of pressure. But that's it. That would be RRQ playing things extremely well.
Dude, RRQ are going so fast. So many sight hands.
Completely.
I build up at the beginning, being like, yeah, they're against the sky. They're going to play it slow. They're going to make sure that they lead all the flashes out of them for info. But they've actually just rushed sights every round.
Yeah, numbers are here. Spike not yet needing to be established. Spike dropped on the floor. PRX looking to flood towards the side. The shots from Jemkin, though, superb.
Taps forward again and again, and he knows that
Boom was spotted. Nice shots from Jemkin. Might have to do more.
Something though. Still looking for the fights.
Oh.
The counterpart Russian across the other side. He finds yet another kill.
And how do you play this as Jemkin? You've got every single piece of your ability right now.
Has to go for the spike plant. Something then taking elevation. Looks for the best possible angle. Jemkin has to be aware of this. He has to work around the pillars. Spots it.
Damn, dude. It's a great round from Jemkin. Something really did his best there.
And he still comes out on
dude,
top
7 on attack is lovely, though.
He gets the better of him in this one, but at what cost, right? It's an anti-eco. They came into it with pistols and a Guardian. So the fact that they stack towards the A site,
dude, it's lovely shots, man.
B.
This guy's aim.
On over, and something comes out.
Dude, look at everyone's aim.
Sinister shots of the Guardian. I mean, it's a winnable scenario at the end. Jemkin, 20 HP, something 30, I believe.
Yeah, I'm sure the shots sting a little bit, but considering how the entire half has played out, Komodo, RQ are happy to take that little bit of damage. They're able to buy back up again.
Okay, insta ult, and they managed to get 2 past the ult. Yeah, this is nice though. Dude, it's another instant sight hit. I feel like I've seen 10 retakes at the moment. Or 10 attempts at a retake.
Fight and then meet up with the team. This is going swimmingly for RRQ. Yeah, Xfero just blocking every single letter up by mailroom. Something though, able to sneak up from stairs. So possibly another round with elevation going forward. The blades have been drawn, but Jing has been silenced.
I mean, it's definitely definitely like a 2023 comp, but a lot of it was more down to the actual positionings of everyone. Like, it felt like the whole defense half, they were waiting to punish over towards middle, and then they never went middle. And so they ended up just having to retake all the time.
It just feels like the game plan of RRQ on this attacking side. You know, you're really forcing out a lot of information needed from PRX to get an idea where you're wanting to go, right? If it's a quick one out from RRQ on that attacking side, well, they're almost playing retake 9 times out of 10. You're seeing duels go each way. You're seeing scrap battles be won by RRQ this time as opposed to last map. Oh, this is a tough one.
Great Senshi fragger.
Currently, you go.
I don't think this is a tough one.
Yeah,
I think Jemkin's playing too
kind
good.
of sent himself into oblivion a couple here too. So,
especially from that previous map. Come on, you can't really fault him. Sometimes he's on the smokes.
Yeah, this is true. Got a lot of players
Wait,
love our.
Who came up with this? Who is the real man? Oh my God, production sometimes cracks me up. You got a guy, you got a man, but it's Patrick Mendoza.
Yeah, unlike Patrick.
It's forsaken the best player to have not won an international.
Not even his name.
Problem is there's loads, dude.
We're gonna have to get to
I think most people would say Forsaken or Mako.
Get a 4th map in Icebox. That one's a little bit interesting to come out in towards this veto as well.
But certainly RRQ keeping things interesting with a strong first half showing. Now swapping over onto the defense, where you get to see, you know, Crazy Guy maybe show off his chops a little bit.
Well, you get to
1-0 on the map, 2-1.
At the moment in PRX, leading very handsomely with those. RRQ already gathering a lot of information at the A site with the Prowler that no one's going to be at least in close proximity. As PRX play a little bit more silently towards the B side of things, seeing no over-investments.
What are my thoughts on the NRG changes?
Going by themselves.
I mean, I think they're pretty good,
Freshing
to be honest.
Omen utility as well.
I think it'd be nice to see what Bonkar can do.
However, it does bring out the Trailblazer.
And you know it's going to be like all his stuff now as well, like he'll fully be in charge.
Position.
Who's the IGL though?
Pretty close towards a B pop.
Right. As soon as that Trailblazer goes through, clears out backside, the rest of the team pushing up from
Ethan IGL.
You do have Crazy Guy who's kind of given up the side.
Yeah, you recognize
it might work because of Bonkar, to be honest.
Yeah, that's why he's saving up that paranoia as well. Props it up right now in this moment. The entire team surrounding him.
Zero utility for PRX here.
Yeah, it's going to be just a full gunfight.
Problem is their start's so bad that they have to get top 2, right? They can't win off champ points.
Position around for it currently.
My goodness.
The smoke, though, and it's just
wait,
finding first contact.
how'd he get that kill mid-air?
Well. And the only one left then is Cushy. Sort of not yet spotted, but
not enough points, they have to get top 2.
As soon as you make
I mean, never say never, but you're giving them like a 3% chance or something.
The pistol picked up by PRX.
Nuts shots to come out of Crazy Guy with the classic as well. CT jumping around, right clicking, taking some heads. But PRX, they will take the second pistol of this map. I do like the forward play that they opt to go for as well. Yeah, that right click jump is a little bit crazy. Pistol round will keep things in good contest here for PRX, struggling a little bit at the tail end of their defensive side.
Guys, you got to buy more into this one, surely.
This is a bit of a lighter buy coming into for this map. A couple of pistols.
I mean, it is this classic, so maybe they'll be alright.
Not a single rifle except for.
Always feel a little bit better when I see a Marshall at least.
RRQ currently.
Mo_G with the prime. Thank you so much for the 2 months, dude. Appreciate that. Pistols, chat. 3-1.
Little by little, let's follow the leader of the Trailblazer into the B site.
Yeah, they picked the right site. Can Crazy Guy get anything?
here himself yet again.
And if he plays close, he might be able to find some right clicks, but with the angles exposed, Jing will quickly deal with him.
And now you know that no one else
Some
is
might be
here,
switching
so
to
it's just gonna be this
Sentinel.
little pistol retake, see if RRQ even just do what PRX did and go up with the spike eventually. Makes sense.
I guess that percentage goes down a little bit.
I get why you need to play to every advantage that you can possibly find. So not wanting
Hasn't
to give
Scuba
too much up to
played
PRX,
Smokes
but
and
that
Sentinel?
said,
Or am I just fully wrong?
it's a little bit quiet right now.
Yeah, you get the idea of what RRQ are doing. You just want to figure out where they're sitting, which is in spawn.
Come on, give us a kill. Give us a corpse.
Something will happen.
It was playing Senti. Yeah, I don't see why they would do
That's
that.
not too bad in terms of economical damage.
Well,
a little bit more going through, and it's just Forsaken left. He's up by heaven. I know the spike is still going to go off.
the good news is the PRX didn't put that much into this.
Yeah.
By RRQ.
And the fact
And they
that
get
it's
the
Forsaken
orbs.
surviving at the end here as well, one of the players that went in with the pistol, means you're only taking a ghost in towards your
He's the highest
bonus
rated
rounds.
Sentinel in tier 2. Yeah,
No,
they'll just leave him
well,
with Sentinel.
On the other side, you did save a lot more coming into that second round, right? So you do afford yourselves some rifles now going into this.
Maybe on a couple of maps they want to play double Sentinel or something. I don't know.
A true
Who
Red
knows?
Bull clutch.
Yeah. It's one of those weird ones. But here we go. This is a bonus round, by the way, when you've got an operator in the hand for something. You've got a
Bonus round, but
be a Spectre for
I
Mark,
don't
but
think
it
we
doesn't
can
have
call
a
it that.
break
They've
into
just
the
bought.
end. So,
This is
call
the
this
full
one
buy
a
rounds,
round
the
with
NA
heavy
buy.
investment. And it's unexpected. Brilliant shot out from something. Xfero, that's going to cause a headache.
Man, that's
Never expected. Even
that's
if you're
pretty
going for the
brutal.
jiggle,
It's a nice
somehow,
shot, man.
Something with a punish,
Fast.
and that means you got to place
The timing of it was incredible as well. It was like as they
There was the
peaked.
judge as well, so that's gone down. Can't play close with that one.
A lot of pressure over
Meanwhile,
towards
Crazy
middle.
Guy
Instant
wants
reaction to
play
push
close. He
over
wants to
towards
play
B
down
main.
and dirty. Don't touch that orb and give him the info. Now you're stuck. Shrouded step out.
Has to go in for it. A little bit more.
It's a shame. They probably should have dogs like once the smoke had gone.
Thankfully able to get crash away.
Like
Yeah,
they couldn't
thankfully,
get
indeed.
too
He
much
kind of
because
left
the
Crazy
smoke
Guy by
was there.
himself here.
Oh, this is not a
made
good
things
smoke in
extremely
B main though.
awkward for him.
Crazy Guy was really
No
panicked
angles
from
to
the
be
mid
found around
pressure.
B-side. It's just Crazy Guy who had
Dude,
the
look at this
space
B smoke.
utility just to get out of dodge.
Please show me it from one of
Once
their
again,
POVs. It's so
another
bad.
scenario where RQ left without resources. Just
that
They
was
left.
a plant
Devastating.
in the 5 versus 4.
Safer plant for PRX, so not leaving themselves exposed towards spawn. You do have
Oh,
Jake kind of
nice shot.
concealing his movements down towards
Nice
the
shot
bottom
again.
as well. Something then peeking out from Garage. All of our
Little jump
trying
spot to
look
spot him
for
as well,
that
so
space
Forsaken
inside,
can
but
swing.
PRX just
Ooh,
not
man, that
giving
was lovely
anything
though.
up to them.
Yeah, that's
That was a great round from
I know
something.
it's the bonus technically in the grand scheme of things, but I don't want to put the tag on it because it's not really a bonus round. It's a idea from PRX that they go lesser equipped into the
Yeah,
second
I
round
mean,
of this half to then
they
get out
get
the
rewarded
full
for the
grand buy FBX style. And they do. The operator was very pivotal in this round from something to catch Xfero off guard, to find Cushy.
And he didn't overheat.
Galavan around the site.
Something here, once he gets that kill in heaven, normally would peek this guy on the floor.
It's a little bit risky,
But
now
he
you
jump
have them with
peeks.
enough, and that's something that
Gets the
RQ's
info,
gonna have to
Forsaken knows where to
continually
pre-aim.
respect. That's why you got more players up around mid this time.
Or try and disrespect if you want to play close line with a judge, for example, as Xfero, but it doesn't feel like there's going to be any jewels that'll come
Okay,
his
definitely
way at
something
the
that needs to happen
moment.
for RRQ
Again,
is all the time they're throwing this
Crazy
smoke,
Guy,
so they do need to prioritize over towards A heaven.
PRX wants to do,
No
try
doubt
and
about it.
exploit this weakness. Magneto quick on the reaction.
Damn, nice
out
kill.
to a tough, but then still for PRX to find the shots with the rifles.
Again, in these big battles where you've just got many bodies flooding, PRX are coming out on top.
Spike planted.
Site controlled. Trailblazer into the kill as well, and it's just.
I think this, if you add up all of these
the
rounds
score has been tied up.
Yeah,
that we've watched out of these 2 maps, probably the match that has the most plants we've ever seen.
As well, or do they need some coach investment, right? Do we need to have a bit of a discussion?
It feels like every single round we're retaking on both halves, and on Fracture. They got a plant every single round right as well. Like it's just non-stop. No one actually fights the Saints
Started off
ever.
8-4, and now PRX have found 4 straight rounds in a row. That op still proving to be a menace, even though it's only been online for 2 rounds.
Yeah, how are you going to remove that one, right? You need a little bit more of an investment of utility real early on when you consider that RRQ, you know, they've got the fade for the info, they can rumor as well. Otherwise, you're trying to see what Jemkin can do on this Yoru. Maybe you are trying to get a little bit aggressive, right? We haven't really seen the deep paranoia play come out from them to send it with the duelists. There's a couple of options that you can come out here and there to try and catch PRX off guard.
Did you see Mixwell and Zeke replies to the Trex thing? Nah. Honestly, I don't think I have Zeke followed on Twitter.
The rest of the site's a little bit more open for PRX to possibly.
I didn't say anything from Mixwell. I definitely follow him.
Around. That said, though, keeping my eyes on the minimap right now, Komodo, it's back towards more of a default-ish setup. And it's also something in with an operator of his own. He is playing around towards the A side as well, so we might have
guys, I don't use the app much. Not beef.
Just have a really cool off battle in the round, which
barrel. Get him in the hand.
Mate,
wow!
Please take the shot.
I can't believe that hitbox works.
Yeah. Sometimes it
took a long time for it.
Just a little
wasn't even a slight tag.
Blown off the body. But you'll take that as a kill. We needed an advantage for RRQ, right? They needed to find a good opener here on this defensive side. Now a challenge towards this A side where, again, it's Jemkin with the operator.
Sniper Overwatch just works wonders for RRQ, but not for the third time. Third time's a charm for PRX.
Beakers goes out. 2v3. Monyet must use his ult in this one. They need to make sure they win this round. Patman taps the spike.
Poison orb as well as a snake spy, but he's finding some timing.
He now has a smoke to play around a little bit. Because they cut sound, they're scared of a lock from middle. No one spot Devi yet.
Their movements, making things as silent as possible. RQ thinking to play safe.
I mean, Devi just gets wrecked from Monyet, right?
Found it perfectly against Devi.
Beautiful movement, just at the right time. Devi would have no idea. Even though the spike is down now, how do you isolate every single
dude, nice run from Monyet.
The first swing from Monyet.
Didn't have to use his ult as well, it's a big win.
Petman off guard.
Conversion after the timeout for RRQ, regaining the lead. More importantly, getting the first round on their defensive side. Courtesy of some heavy lifting of the operator for Jemkin, so you'll take that as a prize into the next round as well. You really want to make sure
that Teva
have that in his hands as much as possible, it feels like, when it comes onto this map.
Spike planted.
Difference that the round could have came out with as well. If he potentially found him when he was going down the vent instead of Devi trying to just sneak in towards
They've got the op out. A lot of ults here.
But you throw that round away.
Money's not too bad though. PRX straight up back towards A. Just all overwhelmed.
May very well go Jemkin's way with the operator.
Yeah, different.
Yeah, he might get another one here with the op.
PRX would be none the wiser. However, something might have an inkling. Dashes right forward.
Free sight and the fact that no one managed to. Oops.
Will collapse onto Xfero. This allows him to then continue holding heaven.
Yeah, they had no idea that he was resatcheling up into towards the rafters.
Yeah, they didn't even consider it.
About attack side on split, RQ. They're gonna have to go in.
Dude, look at Forsaken. Forsaken is going for the round the world, and he just flashed heaven to make sure they can take the space. Nice shots, dude, as well.
Something with the double.
Dude, Forsaken's just running a little marathon. Going all the way around the world. While the rest of his team win the round. It's the classic, man. We're back to the first map. Win a round, lose the next. Everyone can buy from RRQ apart from one they take the hit. But they gotta win this.
And then you've got so many angles just being held by PRX at the end there. Flawless round to come through from them.
Yeah, it's sick damage.
Round accumulation to come through from RRQ. You know, that's something that got the better of them extremely so on Fracture too, right? Just one isolated round here and there. This time
2-9, 3-4-3. I mean, they could have bought. There was only one person that was 2K that I thought was going to take a hit and get like a judge or something.
Yeah, it's not going to do too much.
Decent info though, and you got two smokes all being baited out right now.
But not finding anything further towards A main to see if anyone had started to scale up either.
Yeah, still someone needing to play safe, and that flash will just confirm that there's a possible.
Hey, re-clear over towards B, pretty early for RRQ.
Around male.
Definitely an angle for
I do think they're starting to like prioritize heaven a little bit, because again, Devi isn't always throwing a smoke here, so it's nice. Like, this is the spot they should be playing all the time. Good shot.
Across their T's until Jemkin. We'll just scratch that one right off the margin.
Yeah, something. Down for the count. There was the one from Jemkin that I was talking about. Now you're looking for a bit of a plant as PRX.
And possibly for RRQ to find close range with the right clicks as well. It's just gonna be
Comms are a
Jemkin
little
for
bit
now,
off
though,
on
and
this
it's
one. They
working
smoke heaven
pretty
and
decently.
Omen smoke heaven at the same
Eventually a
time.
flank from Mon-Yet,
We had
but
no
Shorty
smoke for
needs to
spawn.
the lion share done
We're
by
flanking, but we
Jemkin.
have a shorty,
Pink
nothing
shells
else.
flashback still could be good. Jing might not have an idea. He will dispatch off the first though. And looks for
Oh
the
yeah, he picked
movement
up that
into
gun
his
from
ranks.
earlier.
That's where Mon-Yet picks up the Vandal. Into the site they go. RRQ has a great chance because Patman's been fully blinded. Still good for one, but it's just a 5 left. Tries to go for
Nice
a sweet
done
transfer,
from
but it's not
RRQ.
found. Xpero with the classic up close.
Got to potentially even use the judge at the end there.
Yeah, it's one of the only times they actually won the retake, and it's purely just because of the push behind as well, I feel like.
Flank eventually coming out from Mon-Yet, picking up the
Dude, what
weapon
was
of
this?
something
Judge?
that was dropped earlier on,
Judge,
courtesy of
shorty,
Jemkin.
couple of
So
ghosts.
even with the pistols, you know, if you're
One
getting your
sheriff, I
one,
think.
getting out, giving your team an opportunity to play by the numbers, play by the angles, can certainly work a treat, but you really feel like Jemkin just had to hit the shots in there, had to buy some time, give the team the opportunity, with op or not. Rest of the team following in pursuit as well, backwards and forwards.
It's Mon-Yet going crazy.
Back in the hands of Jemkin. See if he'll have another opening duel.
Yeah, they got to stop throwing the smoke over towards heaven. When Jemkin's getting too much here. He's getting way too much. They got to throw the smoke here.
Tool for
They're getting wrecked.
now. PRX though not backing down. It's something straight in with the shorty once again. Just quickly dispatched of. Then of course you got the rest of the team trying to work around elbow. Jemkin still in position, cushy up from the backside, but suddenly silenced. Forsaken and Patman marking these angles. Mon-Yet though, surely you don't expect another. Tries to blast back them away, but doesn't quite work out. Off to the judge, out from ropes, and you have some slight resets.
Seekers from Patman off the plant, gonna choose to invest them here.
That gives some further information. You know that one is up by ramp. Where could the other be? It's a little bit obvious as well. But with the smokes coming up,
Damn, this is nice from them.
Forsaken,
One of those where they wanted to be the first to make a plan here. Forsaken again. Another multi-kill, of course. I feel like this is his fourth 4K in the series.
Footing for consecutive rounds, but maybe we'll change things up here. Unless we get another Thrifty coming on through. Because there's going to be some light investments from RRQ. Around the elbow there as well. A lot of bullying with the utility to try and stay alive, to try and foster an advantage.
Yeah, Seekers was good as well in the 2v2.
No trade ability either to come through from the controllers of RRQ at the end there. A little bit disconnected, trying to
Poor RRQ, man.
find the duel. Trying to isolate the angles.
It keeps happening to them on defense. They're going to look at this and look at their defense stats and be like, guys, why are we averaging 2 rounds on defense?
You've got the Nightfall, you've got the Pit. PRX take things real slow, you could choose to use them. But if PRX decide to just go into
a good time for PRX, they throw the smoke over towards heaven, right? And they had they were doing warning signs like someone could be over towards heaven. So it took them a couple of rounds to kind of realize they were getting punished from here, but now the smoke's going in.
Where Jemkin likes to lie in wait.
Yeah, blocking everything off. So Jemkin's sheriff not able to sing right now.
Potentially plant open as well.
Maybe too many people on site. Want to have someone else here. There we go.
Off elbow as well with this Pit now coming up.
Cheeky one too.
Just to secure a possible 11th round.
Yeah, you could see, you know, a Prowler investor or a Boombot from Mon-Yet. Get some paint shells in there as well to clear out the close angles.
I mean, the double satchel into the ult might be something. Mon-Yet's going for it. 1, 2.
Then just diving straight in. He's got that judge, and he's just hammering every single player down until Jemkin goes in for a trade of his own. It's just something left, and now he's back up from heaven. But he's got so many targets to contend with. All of them body blocking, a full fire.
What a molly that is.
Down to 5 HP.
Damn, nice rounds. That's a Mon-Yet special, that is. The double satchel with the judge into the ult. It's like the best thing ever.
And it happens. 4 alive as well.
Judge against another round where a judge against the Viper was just sick. Dude, what a play from him.
Well, this one specifically sending it nicely as well. Got the Nightfall invested. Yeah, thank you for the gun. Xpero was the one that invested it, right? He was the one that brought it up, recognizing the situation that, well, I've got some satchels. I can send them. I can have a quick little kiss at the back of the side as well and really just remove you from the situation. The fact that he finds the second onto the Pit player as well, right? Awkward that Devaya loses that, and There's no more pit available.
Did you see the Angel tweet about the criticism? Yeah, dude, Angel always has good takes, but it's like it's a massive experience diff. Like all the people that are going for like that are fighting like outside a team publicly, they're all relatively inexperienced. And Angel's just been in teams for so long that he just knows that.
Yeah, for sure.
He's like been there and done that and just been like, well, this happens.
Quite a long time. It looks significantly different as well with the roster of RRQ, for example.
Especially with the new members coming in. That said,
he's old is what you're saying? I mean, yeah, but it has its benefits. Trust me, it has its downsides, but it has its benefits.
Could be scary.
He knows how to like squash all of the things that can get pretty big in teams. Like normally he's making sure that those seeds don't get laid. Like if his seed gets laid in a team and it's about players, it can be a nightmare.
You might want to just be situating yourself as RRQ.
He's just making sure no one's planting any seeds.
Where PRX might look to end things, not give them an advantage in a 1vx duel.
Precisely. Not too eager as well. I mean, look at the tight angle from Monyet. And now in position to possibly send a showstopper.
I was going to say, I want to see what Devi is trying to do over at this pit. But if this is a call for PRX to go through vents and start to sneak in
fake B, split over towards A. We can see on the minimap, it's pretty good. The nade might actually force him to just go over towards A now. This is a free side still. It all kind of depends on if Xefero can get one.
Feels like Xefero might just have to be a statue here to make sure that nobody of PRX can hold a potential retake from main.
Silent, strong statue into the corner around rep right now. The judge not yet sounding off.
Drift out though from Jemkin, wants to find all the information. The showstopper not going to work, but Jemkin
initiates the fight. That's 3 kills now. And then for Crazy Guy to chime in as well from screens. The trade protocols just to push through and get more space into the site.
Okay, well.
Xefero,
Couple of nice retakes in a row here. Dude, ever since RRQ picked up the judge, started winning some rounds. They do throw it away though, so that might be their downfall. 2 chances for them to close this one out.
Another avenue to potentially hold a retake from.
Is PRX paying Mini now? I mean, you'd have to ask him. The thing is, he said he would work anywhere on the train. Just remember that.
It's now map point though for
PRX. He said he would push the cart, sell the snacks, shovel the coal. He just wanted a job on the train. Just remember that one.
But will they get any early advantages here?
Be the goal. Yeah, at one point he was the goal.
Those blades are going to have to be swift and precise, if anything.
Yeah.
Might have a judge to aid as well, but how much is it really going to work out?
Like that's the difference between you got 2 kinds of people in the world. You got Mini, he'll take any job on the train, and then you got Sideshow trying to avoid the train at any cost. And look who's reaping the rewards.
Took a little bit longer than he expected. And out for Prowlers from Cushy as
well. And look who's living in misery.
Being found by RRQ just to mark the angles out from Garage.
That flash is crazy.
Allows for PRX some tiny opportunity to get into the site. Forsaken with the double kill.
Bro dropped in with his own flash.
Left, and he doesn't have enough.
He's pulled him out of this one potentially, hasn't he? 1 versus 3 for Xefero.
He's got to pick up a weapon at the very least.
Yeah, he will be able to, but is this the one that you want? It's the one that you've been favoring in this map.
At this situation, though,
got the Vandal.
I don't think so. Comes back in, deals with the first, looks for further heads, but Jing just
okay, one last go at it.
12-11. Will PRX push us into overtime, or will RRQ be able to close it here? And now, for the last round of regulation, something, again, just not able to find value in the beginning engagements. Well, for each round, space was found for the team, for sure, but it already feels like, you know, RRQ kind of did give that to them, recognizing they don't have the numbers in the top tower, so you fall on back. But here we go, last round of regulation. Operator out.
Okay, they want to head over towards A again. It hasn't been giving them too much success. 3-person stack over towards it, all the way over towards Heaven, because every single time there's no Viper smoke here. Yeah, it's a great trade on this one.
That will be then more space for
Dude, PRX lost so many rounds because of this.
Speaking of losing your life, being robbed of it, something again, first casualty in this round. Silence for PRX. Seekers would.
That's nice though, the Seekers. We'll reveal that there's 2 over towards site. 2 of them went site. There's no way they want to follow it up and go site. They're following them up and going site.
Off to the site though, the sudden peek out from Monyet around elbow. Just
damn, they're actually built different.
The second kill. And it's just
the fair play, man. They're built different. Prowl. Seekers reveals 1 here, 2 on site. They 2-pass and walk site.
They're all low. They're all half HP.
Good chance. Jemkin with the flashes. Does he have the vision? Does he have the sight lines? Looks for the duel. In for the transfer.
Overtime or the banger?
Swings.
I mean, PRX still have those PRX rounds. You got to give them that.
To bring us to overtime.
That's so funny, man. Seekers. Guys, there's 3 here. Should we go back? No. We know there's 2 site. Let's take them down. Let's just go for them. Do we have a smoke for spawn? Nope. Okay. We know the site.
Valiant attempt from Jemkin at the end there. He's been having a banger on this map so far. 27 kills that he's coming out with. So far,
Tell you what, every round where they've had Seekers on attack though, they've won, I'm pretty sure. Like, they're good with the info. They just need to know where they are.
7 kills up on RRQ. You've got 2 duelists, or 2 players from PRX who've got 21 kills apiece.
Yeah, brothers in arms, Forsaken and Jing.
Overtime win rate, 100%. Damn, dude. Only 1 stat, but
See if they can
you take him.
With where they were able to find some little bits of greatness. Starting things off though, removing Crazy Guy, not too bad.
Really?
Forward space information into paint shells. Then another crossfire just to deny RQ A ramp control. They will elect to just sprint into the site though, and that's something, once again, finding first death.
Oh, the angle. Next Pharaoh wins that one.
And the Trailblazer might be able to get a kill.
Yeah, they can't get too much of the
Think
dog.
Off to the site though. PRX, some urgency up from heaven, as well as screens possibly.
Missed their Omen flash.
Reads that, holds down elbow. Ramp as well as additional angles being found by RRQ. PRX will have to find kills in order to get a clearer picture into sight. But so far, not good. Drops down, shot fire to mask sound. But RQ not peeking, still holding. Decent trade, and it's just Divine a 1v2. The spike still beeping away. Xpharaoh alongside Cushy, they could go in for a double peek, and
Yeah,
that will be
very nice on this one.
Singular tap to bring them the first victory in OT1.
I mean, there was a couple of jewels on the side there that were very, very important. Yeah, and I think they're maybe speaking about the fact that the oh, okay, it was mid-smoke. They were talking about the fact that the flash missed there. Yeah.
Bit of a crossfire allowed at the back of the site. Great haunt to come out, by the way. Definitely loving to see good initiator utility always work for a kill. And now RRQ will find themselves on the map.
The attack op.
Back onto there. Now,
He's going for that mid pick though, but honestly, we might see a repeat.
Yeah, a bit of an interesting one. He's kind of fallen off a little bit, right? In the tail end of this map too. Just getting shut down time and time again at the very beginning. You're bringing an operator onto the attacking side. You need to be very aware, and having a teammate next to you, you feel like, in case you miss the shot.
Are they going to push all the way? Oh my. It's a big change up. It's bold. Forsaken's looking for it. God, that's a nut. That is a crazy shot. What does he just hit here? Like a hand.
Taken down the heavy hitter in Forsaken though. So you definitely take that as RRQ for what it's worth. Something.
Wait,
he wins
what?
the duel against Crazy
My guy's
Guy.
incredible.
PRX into the B side, dash across, dodging the flashes. Jemkin, he wants to do the party, he wants to do the damage,
and he's holding the angles with assistance from the team.
Whoa!
By the right side.
Bro hit so many nut shots this round.
Just a 1v1 left, and Jemkin has an ult.
Where does he think the Devi is coming from though? He's got the ult. The time right now for Devi to get in his head.
Devi slowly skulking forward.
Damn, Jemkin is a beast. Jemkin is a beast. Sick map though. Sick map.
Final scoreline of 14
Dude, we get the replay of that shot? I'm telling you, that shot from something was crazy in heaven.
Yeah, he's dug him out of a rough situation time and time again on this map, hasn't he? Multi-frags on multi-frags, couple of great early openers.